Hi guys. I am sorry I'm not with you today. You know that I wish I was. I'd rather be there than at this training. But I do want to go over, we've been talking a lot about ASL Gloss and what that looks like. And so we learned rules 1 through 5 and they're on the board. You see them already, right? You have to write it in all capital letters. Time always goes first. WH words go at the end, meaning who, what, where, when, why, which. Personal pronouns like I or you go at the beginning and the end. And then if you're using the word and or, we have to shift and we write that in parentheses. And you guys have been pretty good with that so far, which is great. But now we're going to talk about the last 5 rules of ASL Gloss. I know doing it through this video is less than ideal, but we're going to try and we're going to see what we can do so you can do today's activity anyways. So the first thing I want to point out is that with rule number 6, it's about finger spelling, right? In ASL, we have talked about how you fingerspell proper nouns. So the names of people, places, things, titles of books, movies, games, anything that is the name of something, you're going to fingerspell it. So when you're writing it down in ASL Gloss, you have 2 options. You can either put this hashtag in front of the word, or you can put FS, right? FS standing for fingerspelling. Either one of those is okay, but they are to tell you that anything that follows it, you're going to fingerspell. You would need to put this symbol or the FS in front of any fingerspelled word. So for example, if you were fingerspelling the name Taco Bell, you would have to put the pound sign in front of taco and as well as bell. And so that tells you when you're looking at a sentence in ASL Gloss that is going to be spelled out and there's not a sign for it. So the example here is this. My name is Jane, right? We know that the topic is my name. And then the thing we're fingerspelling is Jane, right? Because that's somebody's name. So that pound sign goes right there in the front. And that's what we're going to remember for fingerspelling. Rule number 7 is now getting into non-manual signs. We've talked minimally about this in class, but non-manual signs are the signs we're doing with our faces and our heads and that don't include our hands. So for example, we have seen the sentences with this line and letters above it. That's not new. You've seen it in those practice dialogues. You've seen it in assignments we have done, but now we're going to talk about what it means. So in sign language, when you are asking a WH word question, any question that has WH word in it, you have to put your eyebrows down. You're going to furrow your eyebrows, which you should all practice right now, right? Putting your eyebrows down, you're going to kind of look like you're mean mugging somebody, which will feel weird for you, but truly it's not that odd. It's normal in sign language. What that does is it tells the person you're talking to that you are asking them a question that is a WH word question that's open-ended. And so it's a visual cue to let someone know a question is being asked. So in the example of asking somebody what their name is, you see that we have the gloss here in all capital letters written. There's that line that goes above the top, and then there's that WH. The T you see here stands for topic. That is just so you can identify the topic of a sentence. That's not really required for this class, but it's just there. And the WH will always go over the WH word. So if you're putting your eyebrows down, it's going to look something like this. You should all be looking at the TV. And it's going to be your name, and then you'll go what with your eyebrows down. And so hopefully you all pause and practice that right now. And if you don't, I get it. You will feel weird. It's fine. It's really normal. You don't need your eyebrows down, mean mugging the whole sentence. It just goes over when you sign the WH word at the end. So that's what that stands for. Rule number 8 is sort of the opposite. It's related to yes or no questions. So anybody who asks a question, if you're asking a question where the answer is yes or no, your eyebrows need to go up, kind of like you're surprised or in shock. And again, it lets the person you're talking to know you are asking them a question where the answer is yes or no. It only has to happen at the end. It doesn't have to be the whole sentence where you're like the entire time. It just needs to go at the end. So in this example, if you're asking somebody, do they like the color purple? Right? Our topic is color purple. And then we are asking them if they like it. So we put the yes or no up here on the line to show that we are asking. So when you're signing this, it will look like this. Right? Color purple you like. And you just need to put your eyebrows up at the end. And that will help them know that you want to know the answer to that, yes or no. So every sentence in ASL has this line above the top. There are always non-manual signs, whether it's the yes or no or the WH, every sentence will. So the other two options for this line is rule number 9, and that's negative and nod. So if you are saying something in ASL that is negative, it has a negative connotation. So don't like, don't know, don't understand. If you're just answering no, you're gonna put negative, so you'll write NEG, and that means you're gonna shake your head. That's the non-manual sign. We've already practiced this. You guys have already been pretty good about this in your sponges and the practice dialogues, right? You shake your head no. The opposite of that is nod. When you are confirming something is true, you're going to nod your head, right? And those are used a lot in ASL. So anytime you're telling somebody something that is factual or true or you're confirming it, you'll just have a quick nod or a negative over whatever the word is. So in this example, we're going to use a negative connotation. So if we're saying I don't like the color purple, you're going to sign color purple. And then the negative part is don't like. So you only need the negative going above that piece. So you write color purple me, and then when you get to don't like, you're just going to shake your head while you're signing it. And that just emphasizes that it is a negative feeling and that you are not feeling positive about it. So anytime you see that, you will use negative. The last rule we're going to cover today is using these dashes in between words that are two English words and one ASL sign, right? Not everything is a direct translation. So sometimes it takes one ASL sign to convey two English words. We've already learned some words like this. Don't like is a great example of it, right? This is one sign. Signing don't like, but it's two English words. So when you're glossing that, you just need to put a hyphen or a dash in between the two words, like it's shown over here, right? And that just indicates, hey, I'm not signing these two words separately. It's one ASL sign, okay? So these are the 10 rules. All 10 of them, obviously, as you can see, are on the board. I know that's going to be tricky. For your assignment that you're doing on the Chromebook, what you're going to do is gloss the sentence using all of the rules that are now on the board and that I just talked about. And you are going to select what the non-manual signs would be. You can't draw that line in Google Forms, so you'll see check boxes and you'll just check all that apply. So if you're saying something negative, check the box that says NEG. If you're asking a question that requires yes or no, check the one that says yes or no. You can identify the topic for each one, and that's how you're going to complete that assignment. Do the best you can. I know it's not ideal that I'm not there. There is a copy of this PowerPoint on Google Classroom for you to use as notes, and you can work with each other, and you can use the notes that